So boards are very surprising. I think with boards, again, it's making sure they have all the information. You're not keeping anything from them.
Now you have 6 and 7 group companies and adding more, and they have, different boards, a governance structure, and you were talking about, working on the governance. Before we go there, when you use the word, the board has given you rights to go and grow the organization. In terms of the growth, how much is the role of a progressive and a supportive board in terms of, the growth of and the transformation of PeopleKind Group?
It's absolutely critically important. They don't just give me a rubber stamp, so they do put us through the mill sometimes about the reason why we want to prosecute something. PeopleKind Group was really interesting. I think they were aware, because of the deficits being incurred with Nelson Disability Services, they were aware that we had to make change, and they were full on supportive of the diversification strategy. When I presented the paper about creating a new parent company to them, briefing paper, I actually thought this was going to take a 6-month conversation with them to get them to agree. It actually took 2 months. They had the original briefing paper, they got a supplementary one, and at the second meeting they agreed, let's do it. So boards are very surprising. I think with boards, again, it's making sure they have all the information. You're not keeping anything from them, and they really understand the environment and the challenges in which you're operating. So, I probably sometimes give them too much information, but I'd rather give them more than think that I'm holding back. But I think if they're informed, in this case, they're more likely to support you in those decisions. Yeah, so it's critically important.
When you did the whole transformation work around the marketing strategy, that was another conversation. How do you change the hat or the mindset from an organization who were more service-driven than to being more going out there and then talking about themselves?
You mean the marketing strategy?
The marketing strategy 2009.
Yeah, it was interesting because I was asking for some money and I couldn't guarantee you're going to get 10 teacups and saucers for spending $400,000. So look, there was nothing tangible I could give people. All I could say was, we've got to do this. The world's becoming more competitive. We've got to think about how we market this organisation. We've got to better understand what this organisation is, what its personality and DNA is. So on that one, that's probably why it took 3 board meetings for them to agree to give me the money, is because I had nothing tangible to give them. I was actually asking them to trust me, that this was the right thing to do. So I was lucky. I probably had a few jelly beans in the jar that they did give me that trust. They didn't make it easy. I tell you what, I often say that those 3 board meetings, sitting in the corner of a room and pulling your fingernails out would have been much more enjoyable than going through that. But, there was a lot of money back then, and good on them for, not making it easy and saying, we need to really understand this more. But they made the decision. And, as I said, it took a while for some others. Others were on board, others weren't. But I guess it just reinforced that sometimes people have got to have faith. You've got to have faith in your people. Staff will come to you sometimes with an idea. There's nothing tangible or whatever, but you've got to have faith in people and let them have a go and learn.